Right, let's catch up with the latest weather. Carol is here with me. What have you got to tell us about Carol?
Well, I thought we could take a wee look back at July, Joanna, first of all, since we're now into the early stages of August. What was your perception of the weather in July? Do you think it was good?
Mixed.
Mixed.
Outdoor
Right.
swimming one day, heating on the next.
I know, it was
crazy.
bonkers. It was up and down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let me show you this picture first of all. This is in Alyth in Perthshire, but places like Falkirk, Perth, Stirling, all affected by heavy rain, which caused flooding and, of course, problems for some farmers as well. For some, they reckon it's probably the worst July they've had since 1985.
Oh.
Around 240% of the rainfall we'd expect, more than twice. But temperature-wise, well, record daytime highs. If you remember July the 1st, it was during Wimbledon, the temperature soared to 37 Celsius. Having been cool in June, we were all complaining it was too cool, and then we're all complaining it was too hot. But of course, that temperature was only in southern England. But other parts did see pretty good temperatures, but it didn't last. It all became quite cool after that, didn't it? So, as we left July, we had a record overnight low. Look at that, 1 degree. Wow. You don't expect that. And you probably heard us talking about frosts as well during July. You do occasionally get them, but we don't want as many as we did have. So we've had quite different weather from what they've had, for example, around the Mediterranean, where it's been so warm and they've had a persistent heat wave of late, not just by day, but by night. I'm sure they would love to see a temperature of 1 degree rather than 28 or so.
What is it that makes it so variable? Because I can't remember a period actually like this where it has changed so dramatically from one day or 1 week to the next.
The jet stream has an awful lot to do with it and the positioning of the jet stream. And of late, the jet stream has been further south than we would like it at this time of the year. It moves the jet stream, so it's not in one place for a season. So in doing so, it allows areas of low pressure to roll across the UK. And with low pressure, often we have inclement weather. So we've had a lot of rain, we've had a lot of cloud, we've had low temperatures as well. Whereas on the other side of the jet stream, they've had high pressure. So that's what's been bringing the constant heat to the Mediterranean. But today, it's not looking too bad. In fact, this week, it's not looking too bad. So we'll take a look at that. Thanks, Joanna.
Thank you.
What we have for this week is some higher temperatures than we've had of late. In fact, temperatures already around about 20 and 21 for some of us. It's also going to be wet and windy as we go through this week. The driest conditions will be in the south and also the southeast, so this is also where we will have the highest temperatures. Now, low pressure is driving our weather today. Look at the squeeze on those isobars in the south and also the west. We've got a front drifting from the west to the east, taking drizzle, and another one moving northwards across Scotland. That's taking rain with it, and through the day, the rain will continue to edge away, pushing up into Shetland, leaving some showers in its wake. There's quite a lot of cloud across Northern Ireland, England and also Wales. The weather front going from the west to the east has been producing some drizzle, but that will fizzle as we go through the course of the day. So for Scotland into the afternoon, we've got the rain more or less ensconced across Shetland. For the rest of Scotland, there will be a few showers around, quite a bit of cloud at times, but equally there will be some sunny spells. And we've got a similar combination across Northern Ireland, bright skies, sunny skies and some showers. Northern England, quite cloudy as our weather front continues to edge. Here it is here, producing the odd bit of drizzle, but most of us missing it. Whereas for the southeast and also East Anglia, we'll have the highest temperatures and the sunniest conditions. Wales and the southwest seeing something brighter coming their way through the afternoon. So if you are going to the National Eisteddfod in Wales, drizzle this morning, brightening up through the afternoon, and it should be largely dry as we head on into tomorrow. But it won't necessarily be dry this evening across some southeastern counties of England, heading in towards Kent, Essex and East Anglia. We are at risk of seeing some heavy thundery downpours. Behind that, some clearer skies, a lot of cloud, then we start to see some showery outbreaks of rain, some of which will be merging to give some longer spells. Now, low pressure, as we saw, is driving our weather, and as it gets ever closer to us tomorrow, across the west of Scotland, southwest England and southwest Wales, we're looking at strong winds gusting to gale force out at sea. That's going to have the effect of producing some large swells. So it means some huge waves, unseasonably so, across southwest England, southwest Wales and western Scotland. So if you're planning on going to the beach tomorrow, do bear that in mind. The other thing about tomorrow's forecast is we'll have persistent showers across Scotland and Northern Ireland. Some of us seeing as much as 20 millimetres throughout the course of the day. That's getting on for an inch. The showers across England and Wales will be fewer and further between and not as heavy. So once again, it's the far southeast that's going to see the lion's share of the sunshine and the highest temperatures. Here we're looking at 22 Celsius, whereas further north we're looking at between 15 and 18.
Hello, you're watching the Victoria Derbyshire Show. I'm Joanna Gosling, standing in for Victoria. Welcome to the programme if you've just joined us. Coming up before 11, heartfelt tributes to